And welcome back to Morning Talk. You're listening to KSVC 980 AM and 100.5 FM. Porter Huntsman and Dylan Nilsson alongside with you this morning. And it's time now for our radio roundup interview for today. And the booth is full as we got a few people joining us this morning. This morning we have our career and technical education directors, Becky Collister, Dustin Shakespeare, Brett Collister, and Jennifer Christensen here with the Central Region Consortium. So first off, what is the Central Region Consortium and what is the project all about? Really?
So I can answer that for you. I'm Becky Collister, and I'm the CTE Director at Snow College. Our Central Region Consortium is made up of 8 school districts in Snow College, and what we do is we work together as a region to build our CTE pathways for students. So it's a great group of people that work hard.
All right. Well, to get things going this morning, we'll talk a little bit about the Perkins or Perkins V. And so first off, what is that, and how are you guys currently utilizing it?
The Perkins 5 is a financial grant that we receive. The consortium uses it to purchase equipment, supplies. We do trainings with our teachers and instructors. This year we focus on the health science and manufacturing. So it's a great source of funding.
All right, so Perkins 5, the correction there. I know Perkins V does have a nice little ring to it.
Porter's a little slow on his Latin this morning.
So you just returned from the National ACTE Conference, and so why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened at the conference, what was learned there?
Well, we just returned back. It was in Las Vegas. It was a great experience.
Is it warm in Vegas?
It was wonderful. Then we came back to the snow, so... Anyway, our Perkins funding, we were able to send a large group of teachers and counselors down to this conference, and it was an opportunity for them to gain new insights and updates and information within their content area. And a really big advantage to this conference is they get to network with so many other professionals around the nation, so it's a great opportunity.
All right. And Snow College, their advisory, is that in collaboration with any secondary institutions or industries?
So on the advisory day, we worked together with the whole region. Snow College hosted the day, and they have their advisories that work within each of their programs, and they have industry partners. And then the secondary is able to partner and come in, and they work together to decide on the skills that students will receive as they work through our system and connect. Those advisory days we hosted at Snow College had all the programs. Everybody came in together and had a speaker to start out with, kind of got us going, and then we broke out in those individual programs. And it's fun to see the collaboration as we work together on that.
All right, and again, joining us, we have CTE Regional Directors Brett Collister and Jennifer Christensen. Brett, how and why are you working with partnering with these industries?
Well, first and foremost, Porter, we want to thank these industries because it's not just what we're doing where I'm at in Millard County particularly, but we're doing it throughout our region with all these industries. So we just want to thank them for working with us and helping our teachers and helping our students. One example we have, a few weeks ago, we met with Great Lakes Cheese over in Fillmore, and they were very interested in helping our CCA instructors, which are 7th grade college and career awareness teachers, to build a manufacturing unit. They invited them over. We did a tour of their facility, and it was pretty awesome to see what they're doing inside, and especially the automation that they have going along with it. So we went through that tour afterwards. They met with them. They did some brainstorming, and then we came up with some different ideas for a manufacturing unit. We're still in the process of making that work and getting it going. But another great thing with that is they're going to help fund it also for our teachers, so it's no cost to us. So we're really grateful for them and taking that opportunity to help us there.
All right. And now jumping over to Jennifer, how have you been increasing communication between post-secondary and then secondary instructors as well?
Yeah, so we recognize that there's a very big importance for the Snow College teachers to know who our high school teachers are and the programs that they're running. And so we've been hosting these Zoom meetings this fall. We've had 10 meetings so far, and we still have a couple more to go. But we bring together the high school teachers and then the faculty in each department with Snow College, and they talk together and discuss the teachers learn more about the programs at the college, and then how the college can support them in their high school programs, and then how the high school teachers can teach those skills that will help the kids move on to the Snow College and to complete their pathway of whatever area they want to go into. So yesterday we just had our Allied Health Department meeting and had a great group of high school teachers and all of the Allied Health, which is the CNA, the nursing, the EMT, and the new medical assisting program at Snow College on our Zoom meeting yesterday.
I'll say Zoom. That's become quite the popular word over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it has, and it's a good way because we have teachers all over the region, all the way from Juab out to Delta and everywhere in between. It's hard to get those teachers together, for a half an hour meeting, but Zoom gives us that opportunity that we can meet together more frequently.
Yeah, definitely. All right, also joined this morning, we have Pathway Coordinator Dustin Shakespeare. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened with the Snow College Counselor Day, which just happened middle of last month?
So as you've heard, as we all are working together, our biggest focus is supporting teachers and school counselors in our schools within the region. And one of the supports that we work on with our school counselors is we have quarterly meetings. And this last one that we held back on November 15th was hosted by Snow College. So we were able to bring in over 55 mental health specialists and school counselors on campus and allow Snow College to update and provide several different panels to help all of our elementary, middle school, high school counselors in collaboration with Snow College's administration, their registration, and working together there.
All right. And is there anything else going on with that Counselor Day that you want our listeners to be aware of that happened?
It was awesome. They brought a student panel in, and they were able to share students from around the region and their experience with Snow College and how their pathways led them to Snow College and the connections that they were able to make. And it was fun to hear the students talk about that they're actually spending a third year because they've identified prerequisites as they're getting ready for their transfer school where they know they're wanting to go. They've identified their prerequisites are there at Snow College. So they've already taken care of their general ed, but they're going to take their prereqs, take their third year at Snow College. So when they transfer, then it'll be easier. The cost is much better, and it all funnels. But that all started back in that college and career awareness course in the 7th grade that Brett was talking about, where our counselors, our teachers do a great job of starting to share what pathways they can take a look at.
All right. So again, some great opportunities to learn about the programs and what's going on there. And speaking of which, you're going to have another day coming up here, a special day. So what is the Snow College Pathway Completer Day that's coming up in February?
So this is one of a kind in the state. We're able to use our pathways that run up through secondary, so through our high school. And if our students are completers in these different areas, then they get a $500 scholarship. And so for a student that does a health science pathway in the region, so that's the region of Jennifer and Brett's, and then Mark Anderson's up in Juab, South and North San Pete. Those students, if they do a health science pathway, then they're able to get a scholarship to either take CNA or medical assisting that's coming online or EMT. The CNA course costs $250, so that's the tuition cost. They had a $500 scholarship that they get from this day, so that can go to books, that can go to some of their supplies, and if they have leftover, they get a check cut back to them to help pay for rent.
All right. So again, there's a lot of different pathways as well. Why don't you talk a little bit about some of the high school pathways as well as those ones that continue on with Snow College?
So it's been fun to as we connect. So the state outlines they work with the national pathways, and our pathways that connect for this pathway day from the high school side are ag mechanic systems, engineering, mechanical design, manufacturing and production, welding and machining, architectural design, construction, structural systems, interior design, auto mechanics and repairs, diesel, health science, and the business pathways, and our computer science pathways.
All right. It seems like that it continues to grow every year. It seems like there's more and more programs continually added on.
That's the fun part is this year we've been able to add some more on. They're targeted off of the high-wage, high-demand jobs. So the state puts out what that looks like, and then we're able to work within our region to connect that to these SNOW programs. So the SNOW programs are developed that way and supported. And so the programs that are there, composites, so that's your carbon fiber stuff. Our Christensen Arms and Fierce Firearms, that's the real popular one, close. Mm-hmm. They use a lot of composites. Automated manufacturing, machine tool, welding, construction management, ag technology and mechanics, auto and heavy diesel, CNA, medical assisting, digital marketing, and the CIS, which is computer information systems and cybersecurity. The last bunch there that we put on are the ones we're adding this year. We're really excited about for these students. The CIS, the computer information systems and cybersecurity side, they've got several certificates within their program that our students can get scholarship for and take advantage of. We talked about that medical assisting's coming online. The region's been asking for that, the hospitals, the clinics, and so in response to that, not only are Snow College jumping on building the program, but we can scholarship our students into it.
All right. And again, that Snow College Pathway Completer Day is coming up this February 8th. If someone is interested in getting involved in these programs, maybe if they have a high schooler in their household that would like to know more about it, or if they're out of high school trying to get in with Snow College, what's the best way to learn more about it and sign up for classes as well?
Well, on the secondary or high school level, I mean, our teachers are the best place to look for. Most of the students know all the teachers that are involved with career and technical education. Our counselors are a great source too. They're meeting with each and every individual student to help them to guide with those pathways that Dustin was talking about. So, and they can also help guide them to some areas with Snow College too. So those are two great places they can look.
All right. Anything you'd like to add on that?
No, that's the best place to go, and we just, our teachers do an amazing job of understanding their content and their pathways and moving forward.
All right, well, once again, we are joined this morning by Career and Technical Education Directors Becky Colster, Dustin Shakespeare, Brett Colster, and Jennifer Christensen. We appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us and give us some more information here. Is there anything that we missed or that you'd like to cover, make sure our listeners are aware of?
Well, as you can see, this is an awesome group that comes together to really support students and teachers, and it moves together. And that's what we wanted to take a minute this morning and just share out as we're working together. We have different funding streams that we're able to attach, and it's a really fun thing to see move forward and to be able to provide professional development and different supports for our region.
All right. Well, once again, thank you all for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for our Radio Roundup interview for today here on Morning Talk. Once again, you're listening to KSVC, the Talk of Mid-Utah. We're going to jump over to our Fox News features with the Dean's List.